Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. I'm Nigel Croft and it is Monday the 4th of September. In today's video we're going to look at the DAX30 index, or charts on the DAX30 index. What we'll see is that we've got the downtrending 20 and 50 day moving averages creating resistance. We've got the uptrending 200 day giving support, so we're getting this pincer formation. We're in a downtrend, maybe towards the upper barrier of the downtrend, but will we get a break? Let's look at the charts. So here we have the daily. Each candle represents 1 day's trade, and you can see that we've got the uptrending 200 day moving average giving support. Last week we did dip below it, but then moved back above it, so that's a support level. But we've also got the downtrending yellow line, which is the 20 day moving average, and the 50 day, which is the blue line, both tracking down, both resistance factors. On the 20 and the 50, they did cross on the 6th of July. At that time, they were both moving down, so that was a bearish signal called a bear cross. And then you saw later in July, on the 13th, 14th, the 50 day gave resistance, so it was the dominant factor at that time. And they've now rolled, quite decisively downwards and have created this downtrend. You can see the downtrend, that's a pattern of lower highs and lower lows. That was confirmed last week with the low, which is the key support level now at about 18,875. Sorry, 11,875. On the moving averages, it would take a break up towards the 50 day to break to the upside, and on the downside for that low to be broken, and that would break this downtrend as well. Are we going to get it imminently? Very difficult to tell. That there's no signs which way it could break. There's no momentum in the market. You can see the RSI just moving sideways. It's presently at 45.3, so it is below 50, but there's no trend. It's not in a downtrend or an uptrend, it's just going sideways. And likewise the MACD, both the short term and long term, are both together and both moving sideways. No sign of momentum. So we're losing momentum as we're being pincered between the moving averages. What may happen is we may get a false break in one direction, so be aware of that. But really just need to keep a close eye on these moving averages and on the RSI and MACD to see which direction the break's going to come. On the weekly, here you can see that we're getting support from the 50 week, which is the blue line, and there's going to be resistance on any bounce from the 20 week, which is the yellow line. Not a lot can be said on this chart. Again, there's slightly negative momentum. Again, it's flatlining though, 47.55. MACD is confirming the downtrend with a bit of downside momentum. Moving on to the shorter term, here you can definitely see that we're towards the upper boundary of the downtrend. Even though on Friday we moved towards the upper boundary, the moving averages kept moving down even though we're above both the 20 and 50. It was quite surprising they didn't start to turn. So if we do edge back up towards 12.2, you will see those moving averages move quite quickly, because obviously we've had a few 4-hour trading sessions above them before, so now we're below them. As we move back up, they should turn quicker, so be aware of that. Above there's the 200 average 12.3 as another resistance. Momentum wise, slightly positive momentum was broken last week as we broke down with this morning's first trade. That's taken us back below 50 at 48.9, and the MACD also, the differential is narrowing. Looking at support to resistance levels, We've got the resistance at the 50-day 12,282 spot 77, which is downtrending, of course, and then that 200 from the 4-hour 12,293.3, with support at that 200-day 12,035 spot 9, and then that low from last week, 29th of August, 11,868.2. So that's been TA for traders looking at the DAX30 index. As I said, it's in a pincer formation, and at the moment there's actually no sign of which way the break will go. Just keep your eye on those moving averages. The key points to take away from the video are this pincer. We're at critical support of that 200-day. Momentum is neutral. We're not seeing upside or downside momentum. On the 4-hour, we're towards the upper boundary of the downtrend. Many thanks for watching the video. Please remember, these videos are for educational purposes only, and in my opinion, and they're not meant as an investment recommendation. Please do read the disclaimer.